Yeah, my name is Kallup McCoy II, and I am a full-time running coach and co-founder of a nonprofit organization called Res Hope Recovery and Consulting, and I'm also an endurance athlete. So I started using drugs when I was 11 years old, and had a lot of challenges, childhood trauma, things of that nature. Got mixed up in a partying scene. Long story short, started using harder drugs once I got a little older, and eventually led me to becoming hooked and addicted to meth and opioids, heroin. I started shooting up whenever I was 23 years old, and my dad was diagnosed with terminal cancer. I had a lot of shame around how I was living my life, especially when my dad was fighting for his. He's fighting for cancer. I am still on his pain medication. I'm still in checks, taking money out of his bank account. Eventually my dad dies before I get into recovery. And I had such a sense of shame and hopelessness. And I really didn't think that I deserved the air that I was breathing. And that's how I saw myself. That's what my identity became, was just a junkie and a drug addict. I had this radical encounter with God 3 years after my dad passed, and it changed my life. And I began to get into endurance sports after I was released, after doing 6 months. Being introduced to that community, I really believe that we can't grow without tests, and so that's why I've continued to sign up for endurance events over the last 7 years. During that time, I started my nonprofit, Res Hope. That was in 2018, after I completed the Trail of Tears run from Cherokee, North Carolina to Tahlequah, Oklahoma. And my wife and I, Caitlin, just recently opened up a men's transitional living home in Cherokee, where we serve men struggling with mental health issues and substance use disorder. I found a love for running, obviously, early on in my recovery, and it's given me the sense of connection to God, connection to Creator. It's helped me to heal, grow, transform, get stronger. Some of the things that running has taught me is an appreciation for delayed gratification, committing to a process, being patient, missing the mark, failing at a goal that I set for myself, get back up again, dust myself off, and get back to work. Those lessons have helped me to be successful in other areas of my life, just across the board. And this next challenge, running across America, starting in San Francisco, going to Tahlequah, Oklahoma, and finishing in Wilmington, North Carolina, I chose it because of the experience that I had in 2018 when I ran the Trail of Tears. The connection that I got to have with so many people along the journey, impacting people, giving people hope, sharing my story, giving the guys hope that we serve in our men's recovery home, the Gadoogie House. Raising money for our nonprofit, like running for a purpose, is something that I've always tried to. It's not been so much about arbitrary times in my races. For me, it's been a much larger purpose. I really want to go out there and test myself and try to run across the country, 62 miles a day, raise awareness for people that are struggling with mental health issues and substance use disorder, and just impact anybody that's hearing my story. And also to share more of my culture and who I am as an Indigenous man. So some of the goals and objectives for the Run Across America is to run 62 miles a day. Our fundraising goal is going to be $300,000, and that is going to be 1 year of our operational budget at Res Hope Recovery and Consulting. When it comes to the thoughts and emotions around taking this challenge on, I already know for a fact I'm going to finish. Like, I know. I'm taking quitting and not finishing off the table. I'm going to make sure that I do everything that I can to prepare and be able to push through and see this thing through. I have day-to-day doubts, and it's a roller coaster of emotions. Some days I feel very, very confident in my ability to go out and to hit 62 miles a day. Like, I have no idea what that feels like. But I know that I know what my body is capable of. I know my mind is strong. I know my why is strong. And when your why is strong, the how doesn't matter. And so I'm going to make sure that I train properly, I do everything that I can to prepare. And all that to say, I'm really, really confident. I got a great support system. Got a lot of people pulling for me already, and we're just getting this thing announced. When you have those whys in your toolbox to draw from on those hard days when you don't want to run, you have those things that are keeping you pushing forward. It's keeping you lacing up the shoes every single day, day in and day out. Like, there's no failure.
I think it's really, really important what Kallup is doing. Like, he's not just talking about helping people, he's doing it and living it, and not in a way of even just like raising money, but actually like hands on, feet on the ground, actually doing the work. And so I think it's really a unique situation and a really special situation.
It takes a special person to be able to do this. It's somebody that is determined to make it through their entire journey, but they're willing to work hard, willing to be in pain. He's going to be in a lot of pain, I imagine, a lot of the time. And it's going to be a struggle. There's probably going to be some days where he's going to be hating life like this. Like, I wish I wasn't doing this right now. But I think he'll probably, knowing him and his positivity, it'll bring it back around for, why he's doing it, what he's doing it for. And that'll carry him along. So I think it's going to be great.
So I'm really excited to announce our first official sponsor for Transcon, and that's Go Switchback, an electrolyte company founded by Jeremy Miller and Brock Covington. And I met Jeremy in February at the Marathon Olympic Trials in Orlando. And he and I just started chit-chatting over a cup of coffee. We went on a run together. I shared my story. For me, it's always been really important that I share my story, because of all the things that I've been through, all the times that I've been spared, all the times that I should have been dead. I have to be bold, and when I meet people and talk about what it is that I'm passionate about and what my purpose is, and that's our nonprofit. That's just giving people hope. And so when I met Jeremy, I just felt really inspired. Long story short, I went out to Austin to train with him. And we just had, this bromance immediately start. I signed up for the Switchback Athlete. I was accepted. And then I reached out to Jeremy and I told him what I was going to do with Transcon. And Jeremy's such a good dude. Down to earth. He wants to see people win and succeed. He uses his platform to elevate other people. And so I'm really grateful to have he and Brock's support. And I'm excited about having Go Switchback on as a sponsor. My mission with this transcontinental run is to impact as many people as I possibly can. Your current situation doesn't have to be your final destination. One of the most powerful things that I've always talked about when I go into schools, when I share with people, is having hope. And when you have hope and you've been given a second chance, there's nothing more powerful than that. That's an amazing place to be, and that's how I started. And I want people to see that I started from being unemployable, from overcoming 6 overdoses, from all these things in my past, and to look at what I've been able to accomplish through hard work, through faith, through having a good support system. That anything is possible. That anything is possible. A lot of times we'll pass up on an opportunity thinking that we have tomorrow, we have next year to do it. And I don't believe that. I think we need to take the time to take these risks and to really go after what you want is today, because tomorrow is not promised. And so that is the impact that I want to make with this journey. Stay tuned, because we've got a lot to unpack with you guys. We've got more upcoming episodes where we're going to be touching on training, travel, nutrition, recovery, all the things. It's going to be exciting. You don't want to miss it. So make sure you go like, subscribe, and drop us a comment. See you guys soon.